Hello, 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 and welcome back. Today we are getting into Keith Cos. Woo! I've never gotten into Keith Cos. This should be very interesting. I think it might work because I got the eyebrows, his bushy eyebrows. I also have, I feel, a similar face shape to him, or one that I could work with to make it more like angular as his face is, so hopefully this will work out well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a new video, you will get notified. I post on Tuesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday. So it won't be every Sunday as it was before, just because it's not really working with our schedule. Also, I'm going to be streaming more, so you will see more of me. It's just not every Sunday anymore, so I apologize. It's every other Sunday. Oh, I'm also going to be streaming on Twitch, so in the description down below there should be a link for that. So follow me on Twitch, and so that way you'll get notified every single time that I go live on Twitch. I will also be doing streams on TikTok too. Every 2 to 3 days between 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. is when I will be going live, either on Twitch or TikTok, and I will let you know on my Instagram story. So I know Keith doesn't have earrings in the show, but like that doesn't mean I'm not gonna put them on him. Because I think, okay, just because Voltron didn't, you know, canonly put earrings on him, they also didn't canonly make Clance happen, but it still happened. So therefore, I'm gonna put these earrings on Keith. Oh, you just pop it in. I think I may be allergic to these ones, so this should be very interesting for me. If I have an infected ear, mind your business. These ones are little grenades. Vanessa actually bought for me. They're tiny grenade ones. These are actually for Bakugo. We've got the earrings on for Keith, and now I'm gonna pin my hair up. Does anybody else get like really scared when they get into Cos? I feel like I get more scared when I get into male Cos. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I'm not cute? You know? What if I can't do thirst traps? Not that I do, it's just like, what if I can't? I don't have the option, it stresses me out. Let me actually close the other door because I won't listen to me. I'm using a kitchen chair because that chair is just not, it's not. I'm like afraid to use it because like, okay, the chair is broken. Also, my temporary tattoo, thank you Tracy K from Australia. I also saved things on Pinterest so that way I could have it for like inspo. He's so pretty. I'm really scared. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I'm very afraid. I'm very afraid for this. Okay, I'm gonna take this headphone out because I know I'm gonna be humming to music and then like I'm gonna get a copyright claim. They're gonna be like, I'm sorry. You were humming a similar tune to 3435, so f off, you know? That's exactly what they're gonna, Jesus. I'm just gonna leave the hairnet in for now and we're gonna rock it like this. Hey, when you come, are you gonna come upstairs and bring food? Oh, okay, well when you do, can you remind me to show you the TikTok that I'm gonna post today for your approval? If you guys didn't know, I actually ask for Vanessa's approval every single time before I post a video. I like having like a second opinion to like watch the, you know what I mean? Like someone who's like not biased, because obviously I think I'm hilarious and she thinks I'm funny too, but she'll straight up tell me if like she doesn't like something. So like Vanessa is the deal breaker for if videos get posted or if they don't. My keloid's coming back. It's because it keeps getting caught on stuff. Like I swear my keloid will leave and then I'll be like, oh, I'm so happy it's finally gone, like yeah, and then it will literally come back like the next day or it won't even come back the next day. It'll get caught on something and then I'm like, oh my god, I know this bitch about to come back. And it's so irritating. It's like literally so frustrating. Keith Cos really shouldn't even take that long, I don't think. I just have to make my face very, very angular. I think the way I'm actually gonna do it this time, because I'm afraid of, I won't mess up, but like I'm afraid I might, so I'm gonna actually do my eye makeup first, just so that if I like have to like take off my eyeliner or something, I don't have to like be all frustrated about it, because I know I'll be like, I can't think I have to take off my eyeliner because I'm annoying. I only had coffee today. I haven't eaten yet, and probably not a good idea. I have very shaky hands, but it is okay. Jesus, I'm so scared. Like I'm so afraid because I love Keith and I'm not trying to like not do him justice, you know? Oh, he's so fine. My contacts aren't in yet. I have like darker contacts coming in from TTDI. Okay, and then I'm using, I always use I've been using the same concealer for like literally ever. It's the Milani Cover Conceal and Perfect Concealer. My cat's on my lap. And then I'm using the Wet n Wild pressed powder. It's very, very old and I really need to get some new makeup. Are you looking at Keith? You think Keith is pretty? Mommy thinks Keith is pretty. Mommy would like to marry Lance. Mommy would like for Keith and Lance to marry. Will they? No! Canonly in my head, they have like 7 kids. I just touched my temple with that and like my intrusive thought told me to like smack harder. Y'all ever be having like some questionable intrusive thoughts? Cause like my intrusive thoughts sometimes, I'm like, dude, you good? Like, are you okay? Cause sometimes I feel like I'm not all here. Can you please like skr off my eyes? Look, what is that? There's like a little chunk of like a little something stuck to my eye. I'm gonna fix the lump, but just bear with me for a second, okay? Look, this is what I get for having coffee, bro. I need to go get a wipe. I will be right back. This could be a train wreck, and we're about to see. It might be. Should I just start over? I'm just gonna start over. I said I'm just gonna start. I'll be back. If I get wrinkles early, it's purely because of cosplay. It's not my fault, bro. Because the way I just had to literally like rub my eye, like pull on the skin of my eye to get that makeup off was actually ridiculous. It was ridiculous, bro. This eyeliner is just like, I mean, it stays on, so like it does its job, but like literally why, you know? I'm gonna let me get less shaky and then attempt the eyeliner again. So we're gonna do foundation first. Beanie has entered the chat. Beanie. Let's just do this first. Okay, let's just get foundation on and then we'll go from there. When it's really gross, and like maybe this is TMI, but like when keloids die, they turn black and then they slowly start to fall off. And like, oh, actually it's not TMI, because anyone who wants a piercing, you have to prepare for a keloid. You have to take care of your like nose. Like your nose is like, at least for me, has been one of the, and for my sister, has been one of the like hardest places to heal. My ears healed in no time. Like I got my ears, like these ears pierced, like my first holes when I was a baby. Cause that's just what we do. Like our entire, like me and my sister got ours done when we were babies. Our second holes, I got my second hole on my 18th birthday with my mom, because my mom got her second holes too. And my sister got her second holes in our bathroom that June. The like 2 days after I got my nose pierced. And I got my nose pierced in 2019 and it is still not healed. Given it was late 2019, it was like June 26th that I got my nose pierced. I like how I had a tattoo before I had a nose piercing. That's crazy. Given I wasn't allowed to have a nose piercing in high school because for cheer we like weren't allowed to have like facial jewelry, which was ridiculous. It takes a long time to heal and it will be a pain in my ass. So forewarning you for anybody who's thinking about getting their nose pierced, it sucks, but it's worth it. So you really got to commit to cleaning all the time. Don't be like me. The reason that this started, that I started getting so many that I got keloids and stuff, was because I didn't take care of it. That's fully on me. So just remember, you have to really take care of it if you want to get any sort of piercing, because you could possibly get a keloid, it could get infected, your body could reject it. It's like anything. Like Colleen, mine and Ness's best friend, her body rejected her belly button piercing. So that's also a possibility. Your body can reject the piercings if they don't want. I'm gonna do my eyes last. I was like, it's not gonna take too long to get into Keith Cos. Like, I also am thinking about, for the wig, like tying his hair up. That might be hot. I don't know. I'm gonna try. I'm always nervous about their nose, I feel like, is where I'm always like, oh, what am I gonna do? You know? I gotta make sure I'm sculpted, because Keith is like, because Keith. What the? The earring just went fly. Just the one part. Like, just the one part was like, nah. I'll put it back on in a second. Let me just sculpt my... Oh, thank God. Thank you. Love you. Should I see you while I'm doing my makeup? Is that gross? I really hope it's not gross, because I'm probably gonna do it. Stay up all night. I guess that's okay, dude. Let me get a bite of my meal. Oh yeah. Keith Kogane mukbang. Yeah. Get into it. Oh, my cats are on the... Oh no, bro, why? Okay, I ate one taco. I think there's a cut in my mouth. I think it's from aggressively brushing my teeth this morning. Die, germs! Anyway, me just like seeing how much contour I can apply until like I look like Keith. He's just got a very angular face, you know? And I need to look like I have a super angular face as well. This could go on for hours. I think I'm gonna use one of my Demon Slayer brushes that Nesha got for me for Christmas. I know like some people will get them and like not use them, but like I can't not use them, you know? Maybe it's just because like, I don't know, I really like to use my stuff when I have it, you know? Like my mom is like a huge person that's like, I'm not gonna use it because like I want to save it. And I'm like, I'm gonna use it right now. The moment you handed it to me, I'm using it. Maybe it's, I don't know, I'm just different, I guess. I know other people do that too, but like I'm just not someone who's like, I'm gonna keep it just for like, cause you know, it's really sweet. And then I like feel bad sometimes, cause I'm like, maybe I should be like that, you know? Maybe I should like keep it and like not use it because people in my family do. Maybe I should do it, but then I'm like, nah, just because people in your family do doesn't mean you have to do it. I think it's because for me too, when I see people use the things that I got them, like it makes me so much happier than it does like if I just see that they have it in their house. Like, you know what I mean? I love seeing that someone there is like using what I got them. Like the other day, my brother was wearing this hoodie I got for him for Christmas. And I was so excited. Like obviously I didn't tell him. I wasn't like, I'm so excited you're using the hoodie, but like inside I was like, he uses it a lot and I'm like, it warms my heart. And like I'll buy gifts for like mutuals and stuff, and when I see them use it, I'm like, oh my goodness, really? I'm like, you're using it? This is so exciting. I like get so pumped about it. I'm like, ah. Anyway, I've been reading the fuck out of webtoons. Like I've been reading them so much. Like I think I have an issue. because like I don't stop, you know? Like I don't. Like I just don't stop reading them. I just read them all day long. So the reason I started reading it actually was because I found out about, out about True Beauty through like, it was either through TikTok or it was through, I think it was through TikTok or through Pinterest. I can't really remember. Maybe it was a TikTok that was on Pinterest. I don't know. But I found out through one of those social medias and I was like, this looks interesting. I was like, maybe they have like something I can read about it, you know? Because like I don't, like sometimes I don't really like committing to shows because like shows I have to like, I don't know, like it's hard to explain because like I like sitting and watching stuff, but like sometimes I just like don't have the patience to like actually sit and like watch something. I just prefer to read it, like just to have it like right in my hand and like be reading it. So I was like, maybe they have like something I can read about it. The webtoon. And I thought the webtoon was based on the show, but it's not. It's the other way around. The show is based on the webtoon. And I started reading it and I'm literally in love with it and I can't think about anything else except for that show all the time. I think about it like literally all day long. And so then once I finished up to where it's at, is that a booger? That's really gross, bro. I mean, I do have a runny nose, but like literally what the f. But so I was like, after I finished it, I read up to where it's at. It's not done, but like I read up to where it's at and I was like, what do I do now? Like I was so confused. I was like, oh my God, like I have to wait for this. So then I started like looking under like other things on webtoon and I found like a world of a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna try doing the eyeliner now. Let me go wipe this little part off and then the wing has to work because otherwise I'm gonna scream. We rocking with the eyeliner. I also forgot to set my eyelids. I did that too. I fixed it just a little bit while I was off camera just because it was just easier to like get it done really quick. So I'm gonna put this in my waterline. It's the L liner. I don't know. I think it's, am I out? Wow! Also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like, hey, it kind of works. I'm also, what I think I'm gonna do, I don't think I'm gonna put the scar on. So I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna, not the scar, the goal remark. So I think I'm gonna actually film a couple of TikToks before I end the video, like after I finish getting into like most of his cause, and then I'm gonna put the mark on. But I'm not gonna finish filming the video until I'm fully done. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm also gonna put just a little bit of mascara on, nothing too heavy, because he doesn't have super long lashes. Oh, so the webtoons. So I read True Beauty, I read Down to Earth, and now I'm reading, oh my God, you guys are gonna be so shocked with this one. I'm reading this one called To Love Your Enemy. No, really? Nikki, I didn't know you like enemies to lovers. I started reading True Beauty because I heard about it and I was like, this sounds good. Started reading it, right? Loved it. Absolutely was literally in love with it. And for 2 days, I did nothing more than read it. I read it, all of it. All that's released, I read all of that. So I really, really enjoyed it. So I was like, I'm gonna read all of it. So I did. When I got up to where, you know, what was released, I was like, what am I supposed to do now? Now I have nothing to do. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna look for like I started reading a manga. I didn't really like it that much, so I was like, all right, I'm not gonna finish it. I'm not gonna finish it because I wasn't that entertained. So I was like, all right, let me look for something else to read on webtoon, and I saw this one that was recommended called Down to Earth, and I was like, oh, this seems interesting. It's about an alien girl who comes down to Earth. Her name is Zadia and she's from Zodia, and she meets Cade, who works at Spender's, which is supposed to be Spencer's, but for copyright reasons I don't think they can say that. I'm gonna take a bite of my taco. What's up with my phone? So when I read that one, and I read up to where it stopped, because all of these are still coming out, okay? I was like, okay, I read all of this, what the hell am I supposed to do now? And so then I was like, they have this option on Webtoon where you can buy coins to buy the episodes that will be released in a certain amount of days. So for instance, for True Beauty, all of the episodes for the month were already released because they release every Wednesday. And so there's 5 episodes. That's how they call them episodes instead of chapters. So there's 5 other episodes, so I was like, I'm a read 'em. So I bought 100 coins, which was $10, and read every chapter. And then I did the same thing with Down to Earth because there was like 2 or 3 I think that weren't released yet, or I bought the episodes and read them. So then I was like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do next? Well, I'm supposed to do something else. Called To Love Your Enemy. And I was like, all right, I mean, it seems interesting. And at first I was reading it and I was like, this is very questionable. Not because it was bad, but because the storyline was nuts. And I was like, bro, why am I reading this? But I couldn't stop. I was like, well, like it's kind of a nuts storyline, but like, I want to know what's gonna happen. So I kept reading it. And wow, I'm so glad I did. It's still releasing. I bought the episodes and I'm so glad that I did that because wow, that's it. Just wow. To Love Your Enemy is as it sounds. It's to love your enemy. True Beauty has just ripped my heart out 1,000 times and somehow continues to put it back together. I don't know. The thing I think I love the most about True Beauty It's realistic. A lot of times what I see in love stories, I don't know about you guys, but this is just what I see a lot in love stories, is I see where people will just like fall in love and get out of one relationship, and then they're like, love can't fix you, you have to fix yourself, and then suddenly they'll just fall in love with someone again and then everything's okay. So it kind of a lot of love stories kind of insinuate that like love is gonna fix you, and that like all you really need to be better or to be good or to be, you know, complete is romantic love. And that's not the case, because a lot of the time you can't rely on a relationship to heal you or to make you feel like better, you know? Like you have to, when you leave one relationship, you have to give yourself time to heal, and you have to love yourself in order to be able to love other people. And so the best part about waking up is having Folgers in your cup. Where is my spray? Ugh, I guess no spray for Nikki. Anyway, seriously dude, where is it? So even though in True Beauty they are, at least I think, are falling in love again, it's a whole thing, you should really read it, but if they are falling in love again, they're giving each other time, like they're having time to learn about themselves and to learn what they enjoy and what they love. And that's like that's a really big thing. You have to know what you like and know what brings you joy and things like that. You have to know yourself. That's the most important thing, because you can be in as many relationships as you want, but at the end of the day, the only person you're stuck with, the person that's going to be with you forever, is you. So it's realistic in that sense, because they're learning what they love, what's important to them. They're working towards their goals, like their career goals and like things that bring them joy. They're learning about themselves and they're loving themselves. And I think that that's just gorgeous, because you never see that, you know? I really like never see stories, which I love the ones that are like this. Like there was this Hallmark movie that was on, and I was watching it because it was about an astronomer. I can't remember the name of it, but it was about an astronomer, and this is a going back in time one, and usually they'll like go back in time and they'll figure out that they did everything wrong, and then they'll quit their job to live in a small town and be with the person that they love. And while that's all fine and dandy, I love it more when I see that neither of them have to give up something they love for the other person. In the astronomer story, the main character goes back in time and gets to spend time with like someone who was very important to her that passed away, and gets to like relive 5 years ago basically. And she ends up falling in love with this, it's an enemies to lovers thing. She ends up falling in love with this guy that she supposedly thought she hated, and his name is George. So usually with stories like that, they'll like go back in time and they'll realize that they did everything wrong, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, well I'm gonna give up my entire career and like change my whole life and blah blah blah. And the whole reason that she went back in time was because she didn't like the job she had now, and she kept trying to change everything. When she did go back in time, she was like, okay, well, like I'm gonna be better, I'm gonna tell my sister to do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And throughout the story, throughout the movie, she just finds out that everything happens basically for a reason, and to not basically meddle with the future. And like it's important, the job she has now, even though it takes up a lot of her time, she likes it, and she realizes that if she didn't take that job, then the projects that she approved of wouldn't have gone through, and basically like a lot of important research wouldn't have gotten done. And so then she's like, well, like this is really important for science, and this is important for like people who want to, you know, discover, for someone to give them a shot. And so she's like, I'm gonna keep this job because it's important. But she ends up like making it with the company so that she can stay in her hometown, because she wants to live there with George, who she realized she was in love with. And that was just all, I guess, a really, really long-winded way of saying True Beauty, that happens. Something similar to that happens. After, you know, one relationship doesn't work out, she doesn't just jump back to the person who came back. She finds out about things that she loves. She like learns more about herself and works toward things that she loves. And as does the other character. And I think that that's really, like, that's really something, you know, because like you never really see that. Stories like that bring me a lot of joy, because I love it when they don't have to give up their career just for love. Because to me, like, I love working. I love working a lot, and there are a lot of things that I want to do in my life, and I am someone who like I wouldn't want to have to give everything that I wanted to work at so badly in my life up just to be in a relationship. I wouldn't do it. It's nice to see that like they're showing that you don't always have to just give up what you love for somebody else, and somebody else gets to keep their job and you don't, because you want the relationship to work. No one should have to give up anything for a relationship. You shouldn't have to give up, I mean, unless it's unhealthy. You shouldn't have to give up like your job. You shouldn't have to give up, Jesus, Keith. You shouldn't have to give up your job or your hobbies or whatever you love doing. I really look like Keith Kogane now. You shouldn't have to give up whatever you love doing just for your significant other, and vice versa. And I love that there's more of that now, of being like, okay, both of you can do what you love and you make it work because you love each other. It's not just one of you giving it up and then the other one being like, all right. Because I feel like in the long run, that's not gonna work out, in my humble opinion. I'm not a big relationship person in the first place, so I could be spouting nonsense. But, you know, I think it's cool that, like, there are stories. It makes me happy that there are stories where no one has to give something up just to be with the other person. Can you focus? Put a shoe within my mouth and then I'm officially Keith. Let's see Keith's hair. I love this man, like, deeply. Oi, why is it like that? Okay, this needs to be cut, like, a lot. Oh, I kind of look like him. Mullet, 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 mullet. Hey, this really needs to be cut, like, a lot. I'm gonna call Nessa just so she can come upstairs and observe while I do this. Okay, I've got Vanessa here to observe, so that way, if I do she can be like, don't do that! Which I have to cut his hair, which is gonna be very comforting to have her here. This one, this piece, this short piece is gonna need to be shorter, so I'm gonna move this one. I can do it, right? Thanks. It was solid going at first, and then it just, like, stopped. Okay, so I'm going to film a couple of TikToks before I put on his Galra mark, and then I'm gonna come back and film his Galra mark. So it's time to go be dramatic in my fuzzy slippers. Oh, I forgot one of the biggest things, his gloves. So I ended up finishing getting into, I'm crying because Nessa told me about this really sad movie she watched and it was just, oh god. Anyway, I ended up finishing getting into Keith Cos. I actually really like it and I'll probably get into Keith Cos again soon because wow. I think this is the most comfortable I've ever been in cosplay. I usually get very uncomfortable and I'm like, I feel weird, but like I feel so comfortable in Keith Cos, like super comfy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big ol' thumbs up. If you're new, you can subscribe and click the bell. That way every single time I post a new video, you will get notified. I post on Tuesdays, Fridays, and every other Sunday. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and I believe that is it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!